Hi, Eric here, Laser Scanning TV from Laser Scanning Europe, the channel for the news from the laser scanning market, scanners, 3D scanner software, and so on. And this is the first episode for 24 January, and I find a lot of new information. I'm really surprised that so many new things are out of what maybe with the CIS show in Las Vegas. Some announcement, I found it all for you. Stay tuned if you like to be informed. For people that see the show more often, they know usually I make hardware, software, this time accessory, maybe some other information. So by the way, let us start with hardware. There we find some information from like LiDAR producer, this typical PUC system, also the small one. There's the first one is Robosense from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. As it's an Asian company, you see they have different kinds of products, and for me very interesting. They announced that they're now the provider for a LiDAR system what is integrated on the new full electric Lotus car. I think it's now also Asian, but the name Lotus, I think original is an English brand. And that tells us that they have here like a 200-meter LiDAR sensor on the side with a field of view from 25 degrees vertical and 120 degrees horizontal. That's how it looks like on the car, and they like to use it, I think, for what you told them for security check, and I think for autonomous driving too. They say that they now have sold 250 sensors at all, and that is a big number. Also 250,000 sensors, if I compare it with terrestrial scanners, it's really a big number and push the market. From this, we jump to the next company. This is an, I think, American company. They call them Seyond. I think they had before another name, and they produce similar LiDAR systems, but I think more strong focused on long-range application, pretty long. And one of them, they're partnering with the Avicus. This is the maritime autonomous pioneer company. And they use this sensor for autonomous boat technology. For autonomous, they can use GPS, but if you maybe like to go to small channels or to go on the port, then it's maybe good to have these, also the LiDAR technology. They can help them to solve many challenges what they have. And for the idea, this one is founded in the Silicon Valley. They have also produced over 200,000 systems, and they are used by NIO, I think that's this car factory, and also Hexagon use some of them in theirs. And Avicus is a startup from 2020. And this is by HD Hyundai, and this is the #1 shipbuilding company. They like to generate these autonomous ship systems. And you see, we have now the startup for LiDAR, and we have startups with the background of big industry, interest, money, big problems, big business, and you will see this will be push the market for the future. Now we came to a system what is more common in the scene where we are, in this 3D capturing scene, Matterport. I think I had a long time I don't hear any so big information after the stock market prices crashed for them for 2 years. Yeah, what Matterport did is they increased their density. They have now standard density and high density, and this means standard density in the past there was 800,000 points per one scan in 20 seconds, or they can do it now. Now they can do 1.5 million in 45 seconds and 5 million in 2 minutes. And I think that's you can join them with the beta system, I think, if you already have this camera. To another producer for scanning, we come from the sensors about the terrestrial like Matterport to now to the mobile systems like SLAM system is Emesent, big producer for SLAM system, especially more for in beginning for drones and autonomous flying, but they're also offering now an AC market kit here where people can use it to colorize their point clouds. I think before there was only grayscale and don't have a colorized point cloud. Now with this adaptive camera kit, they try to fix this colorization problem and delivered also colorized point cloud. One point was I find interesting. For me, it's like, looks in the beginning like also we had this similar system in GeoSLAM is this, we have a parallax here between the camera and our laser sensor. You cannot also see. And why is, I believe it's maybe not the best choice is if you see what parallax means is like if you have near objects, like maybe here the number 5, you're looking from the sensor here, from the camera here, and this gives you a very huge parallax. If you go more outside, more far away, like this one, you see This Parallax Angels is now very small, but here is pretty big. I can imagine for indoor application short range, like if you stay here and would look on the table, it's maybe not technically the best solution, but maybe for outside, you get a very good colorized points out. Next sensor what we have is Orbbec. They make small systems, have different application, image, deep maps, 3D maps, and point clouds. And they have these systems, like this small system, like the Intel RealSense in the past, and I think they produced this, partnering here with Microsoft, and I think they usually maybe like to use it for, or what they now bring is one for robotic, for SLAM, for cobots, and robotics. Robots, they use this for their navigation and security. I think interesting, maybe we see that, I don't know if some companies like Dot Product maybe use them. I'm not sure. We will see it in the future. Then we come to a big name in metrology and scanning market, FARO, company we present here in Germany. They are now part of the TEK Alliance for RFQ racing. And what TEK Alliance does, I can show you. It's RFG Racing is a NASCAR racing team from the US, and they're partnering now with different company. One is the German company Siemens, and also FARO. And FARO delivers their 3D technology. I think we can see it with the air, as they use these different arm, like the Vantage laser tracker, and also the Quantum S Max FARO arm, and also some software like for quality control of larger parts, and also body parts, floor components, and also for the setup. They use multiple arms, and also they come to measure software, this quality control, and also the ref-eng software, I think, for reverse engineering. And then they have also other stuff. Yeah, you can do a lot with this car stuff. Also FARO part now from NASCAR racing, and helps them. And then we have another information. There was also a big update. I have it unfortunately only here in German. There's the 2D and the 3D part, and for the 3D part they bring also a lot of information, like converting of photos and videos in 3D, generation of auto images. You can use this as scaled image for measurement, and then they have some collision forecast in this software. Also for all from forensic market, I think you should have a look on that. I think this Zone 3D is very common in the US, and also in Europe are more and more customers for this. The next is also from FARO. That's the HoloBuilder technology. What is in FARO Sphere XG, or it's the combination of them. They announced now that they have the opportunity in this viewer. They can load now also BIM model, and you can see point clouds, pictures in BIM model in one. And now you have the option to compare the picture, but also you have the option to compare it with a point cloud. You see it here. You can now show the point cloud and see collision or a wrong placement of objects here. And it's a full integration. I think that's pretty good for these people from FARO, because they have the option now to make it in their own environment and don't have to go to other software products. And then finally, on the software market, we have here some information from Vesos, and they now put dynamic opacity in their software. And this means it's like the true view. It's like a true view where you can decide it if you're having a low ranged view or a more longer range view, that you can look inside. I think here you can see it. You have long range, and now they change it and you have only the low range, and you don't have this transparency effect here. So it's a new functionality. They bring it out for, I don't know, 2 days. Finally, some accessory. Now come a big accessory part. We have for Emlet users, we have and other guys, they're using GPS units. We have a lot of table holder for 8-inch, and then also for 8 to 11-inch and for 12-inch tablets in our shop now. Check this out. And then coming more from a handheld scanner market, there are some new accessory from ASAP, and I show you all these accessories. The first is the spray gun. They bring a new model out. Here you put your air pressure on it. Here you open this. Here you can open it and put the ASAP green inside, and then you can use it to spray large areas with your ASAP system. Then something other from ASAP is this one. It's a new, they call them Reflective Infinity product line. It's the typical markers, what you use for handheld scanners, but you see it's a different pattern. It's not regular, it's different. And you have to stick it in once. You have here like a complete, it's all on them is on this stripe, and you make the whole stripe over your object and don't have to put all these points single. Yeah, it saves your time. This is this ASAP Reflective Infinity product from ASAP. And then we have another ASAP product. There's a lot of new ASAP product. They call them the 3D, I think, scanning markers or scanning objects. And you can put here the also your reflective points on it. And then you can place it on object. This one is magnetic already here. And you can place this on car. And with this pin area, later is easily to cut this out from your scanned surface. Also very useful, and you get here like this package, and you have like 12 pieces inside. So, and they have more. They have more in another one. I have to look here. It's we have some animals. They call them the ASAP net is the name. Like you can hunt your animals, fishes or so. Now, the idea from this is not to hunting animals. We are animal friendly. It's like if you want to scan large areas, like maybe a hood of a car, you can use this. These are magnetic points. It's also the 6mm ASAP points. And you can place it over a large area, this net, and can scan this below. And the software can take out this net objects information. And then you have the surface. This is the last product news from ASAP, and then I have one more, and this one is from Artec, and I think the idea from them was protect your best part. Artec called this product the silicon cover or protecting sleeve. Yeah, it's a silicon part here, and this is different parts, and you can take them out here. Like I will show you this from one part. Here's some small pins what you have to open if you want to take this out. And now it's free, and then you can remove it. Below is your scanner here. And the idea is if you use your system in a dirty environment, you have a protection for your system. If you want to go in a very clean environment, like a what do you call them, a clean air room or stuff like that, you can also easily clean this silicone sleeve here, or the silicone protection cover. Or if you are a forensic guy and don't want to touch your DNA on all this stuff, you can also use this, clean it, and if you go to the next crime scene, you have a fresh, clean system, what you can use, and don't bring any other information in your crime scene. So I think that's the idea. I have to put this together. And the last information for today is this outview from this LiDAR Market research. You see, this is 24, 23, 24. We have an increase between this time and 29. From 29 is a big market increase by 18%. And we see there we have also the market share. What I find very interesting is the jump for the Asian market between last year and expected this year is a big grow. Before was it more like a European or like an American European market, a little bit Asia and a little bit EMEA. Now it's a 30%, and now we have like this typical market share, 30%. And this is increased now for the next 5 years by 18% for the market. What's pretty good for everybody who is in the market. And with this nice information, I will close my show for today. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share, give it to friends. This information that this channel exists is I'm very appreciated that you are joining my channel and over the world. And I say bye-bye, Eric, until the next laser scanner information.